Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lazy Bunny, and this is episode number 5 of Storytime with Bunny. Yeah, I know it's been a long time. Currently it is 7:34 in the morning. I have not slept at all. It is foggy as shit outside. So, yeah. So if I sound tired or upset or something, that's why. I don't know, I just couldn't sleep last night, so I guess just deal with it, whatever. But I'm going to quickly show you guys what games I have, just because I haven't done that in a while. Ignore the free space. Uh, that's being fixed. I have a hard drive coming in the mail, so shut up. But yeah, these are the games that I've picked up recently. Uh, Let me know if you guys want to see anything specific. This is what I have downloaded and stuff. These are the games that I don't have downloaded that I could. So, let me know if you guys can read that or not. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, today is gonna be story time with Bunny, and do I have it? Yeah, I do. We're playing NBA Jam on Fire Edition because it's something I can mindlessly play and wrap my brain and be able to talk at the same time. But yeah. So, anyways, today's topic is kind of the origin of me playing World of Warcraft and the major gap it took up in my life and how it kind of led to me being really competitive in gaming, sort of. So, yeah, as far as like multiplayer and stuff goes.
Sports. It's in the
That
game.
sounds really loud in my ear. I'm gonna turn that down. But yeah, okay. So yeah, NBA Jam on Fire Edition is actually a 360 game. It's one of the 104 that got backwards compatibility that I had downloaded on 360. It's the On Fire Edition, basically. Hey, look at that. But it's a remake of NBA Jam from the Super Nintendo, which was an amazing game.
Boom shakalaka!
Boom shakalaka. Yeah, I love that guy. But yeah, the NBA Jam on the Super Nintendo was an amazing game. It was also on Genesis, I believe. I don't remember. But yeah, it's just so simple and fun. And yes, I am a scrub. We're gonna do Road Trip because that's what I've been doing. It's basically the story mode of this game. It's updating my roster, so yeah. But anyways, so the story of me playing World of Warcraft and how that kind of led into me being very competitive when I play video games. Um, Basically, I started playing World of Warcraft about 7th grade, my second year into middle school, which for me, middle school is 6th, 7th, and 8th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and then 9th, you move on to high school. But anyways, basically, what got me interested in this game was I didn't really know much about it. Some of my friends at my middle school back then that I talked to all the time, his name was Scott, he was playing World of Warcraft with his dad and his brother and stuff. So that kind of got me interested. He played it all the time. He was talking about it. So I went and looked at it and stuff, and I thought it was cool. Which at the time I didn't know this, but my brother was actually playing World of Warcraft with his boss and stuff at work. My brother's boss name in the game was Vapier, like Vapier. Oh, sorry, I wasn't looking at the screen. We're gonna go to I want to start my road trip. Okay, thank you. It was confusing me, sorry. We're gonna play the Celtics. Basically, what road trip is you play all different teams in the NBA, and you play them on bronze, silver, gold, and then platinum difficulty, and you unlock stuff from doing it. And yeah, usually I play as um, the Celtics here, just because I like Larry Bird. I don't know a lot about NBA, so don't judge me for that. Like, I know LeBron James and all that stupid shit, and I watched LeBron James try to basically play an entire NBA team by himself last year in the finals. But other than that, I don't know much. And Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, that kind of stupid shit, Space Jam. But yeah, I know a lot more about football than I do basketball. But anyways, getting back to the World of Warcraft. I went and convinced my dad into buying the game because it looked cool. I had no idea at the time that it had a $15 a month subscription thing. Oh, that was stupid. Sorry, I gotta focus. But anyways, that was a dumb shot. No. But anyways, I get really distracted. Sorry about that. Um. So anyways, I didn't know there was a $15 a month subscription, but apparently it is. So that ended up actually getting paid by my parents. We were poor at the time, so I didn't want like spending money that much as a kid. But anyways, we got the game, was my point. And this is when it was vanilla WoW, no expansions, no anything like that. The max level was level 60. Okay. And the max level being 60, leveling up took forever and a half in the vanilla WoW. Okay, like it took me. I didn't hit level 60 until the first expansion came out because I English good.
Nice try.
My brother hit level 60 before the expansion came out, and he did the 40-man raids back when they were a thing, which I never got a chance to do the 40-man raids, but they don't exist anymore in current WoW. But anyways, I got the game, and I chose, there's two sides. You got Alliance and Horde. You have Alliance, which is basically all the good races, and then you have Horde, which is like all the quote-unquote evil races. And my brother played Horde on the server called Rune Totem. So naturally, I went and played with him, basically. And I made the same thing my brother had. Sorry if you hear some scratching. I'm messing with the mic because it keeps falling off my head. But I played basically the same thing as him because I didn't really know what I wanted to play at the time. So I chose an Undead Mage, which is what my brother played, which is a DPS class, which basically means it's meant to do damage. And I played that character up to about level 40. It took me like 4 months to do that. Okay, that's how long it took to level up in this game. And I decided around that level, I didn't want to be a mage anymore. So my brother lent me gold to get my first mount, which actually moved faster and stuff. Where back in the day of WoW, you had to be level 40. And it cost like 90 gold to get your mount, okay? Which back then in WoW was a shit ton of money. It took forever. Like on your first character, you didn't have that much gold when you hit level 40. You just didn't, even if you were saving the entire time. So I had to borrow about like 10 or 20 gold from my brother to get it, which at level 60 at the time wasn't a big deficit to him, basically. But you know. Anyways, I had to lead in that character, which was heartbreaking. It was like, looking back on it, that was stupid. How did he make that shot? Looking back on it, that was a stupid decision. But I deleted that character and made an Orc Warrior, which led to my career as a tank. A tank is basically the person who's really hard to kill. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's really hard to kill, right? And I like the warrior thing. The warrior was kind of more my style, and to this day in games like that, that's usually what I like to play. It's kind of like the tanky warrior class. But anyways, I did not hit level 60 by the time the first expansion came out, but I was able to go to like the new place fairly quick because you only need to be level 58 to go to the new place. And I believe I got to like the new place with like a couple weeks after it came out. Like I wasn't that far behind. But I didn't get to do any raiding at some point in Vanilla WoW, like any of the 40-man raids and stuff like that, back when raiding was actually kind of difficult. Well, more difficult, I should say. But, yeah. So anyways, I go into the first expansion called Burning Crusade. This is where I joined my first guild called Sub-Zero, and a guild, for those of you that don't know or don't understand, is a guild is basically the exact same thing as an online clan, okay? Same thing. Just called a guild. It's more nerdy. But,
here's Garnett.
Get in there, yeah, rebound. Not rebound, but you know, still back. Anyway, whatever. Anyways, I joined Sub-Zero, which is my first guild in, like, ever in World of Warcraft. And, I was a kid at the time. I was like 11 or so. And growing up in World of Warcraft, I was just more worried about leveling and having fun playing the game. I didn't really know anything about raiding. I know my brother did it and stuff, which raiding is, you take, depending on the raid you're doing, you take 40 to 25 to 10 people, okay?
Pump fake.
And you take these people into a PvE environment, player versus the computer basically environment, and it takes that many people to kill like the bosses and get better gear to make your character better in the game. And you need better gear to do the higher end raids to get even more better gear.
At the buzzer.
So anyways, I didn't never really heard about raiding before then. Like I knew of raiding and things like that, but it wasn't really what I did. I was more of a, you know, just casual player, basically. And I hit level 70 in Sub-Zero, okay? Like, Sub-Zero was my first guild, and they took me raiding. It was a place called Karazhan. It was a very cool raid. It was a 10-man raid, so it was a small one. But it was very fun. It had like 12 bosses or so. Like, it had a lot of bosses for a raid. It was like the basic like starting raid for everybody in Burning Crusade, and it was really fun. We did it a lot. And
Here's the lob.
it was my first playing experience, and it started to get me good at the game. Like, I started to get better at the game. And what I mean by that is in the sense of player versus enemy experience, I started getting better. Like, I was more reliable in raids. I could do my job and do it well and not get yelled at and make mistakes and cause the whole raid to die on a boss, which is called a wipe. Anyways, as this goes on, through the Burning Crusade, I basically stayed with Sub-Zero and did casual raiding, which, you know, we weren't like the top tier first to down like a new raid or something kind of guild or anything like that. Not even close. We were just having fun. But you know, as time went on, the two clan leaders, basically this guy and his wife, Burleson, and God, I don't remember the chick's name. They were kind of doing like side raids with another guild that did like they were doing more higher end raids, 25 mans, which we didn't do in Sub-Zero and stuff like that. Towards the end of, you know, my career with Sub-Zero. But anyways, basically Burning Crusade was me casual raiding. Okay, and I met this girl Adia. Her in-game name was Adea. Actually, I still talk to her to this day. She's a Canadian that I make fun of for drinking milk out of a bag. But anyways, she's gonna come important later. Going through Sub-Zero, we kind of, like, me and the clan kind of had a falling out. Me and the guild kind of had a falling out a little bit, for the simple reason of, for some reason, the guild leader's wife, which I mentioned earlier, she,
Boston Celtics.
ooh, I want to play as Lucky. She, hard to describe, but she basically kind of went off on me and said that I talked down to people in the guild and stuff like that, which I know a lot of clan members now that know me say that, you know, they can understand that. But as a kid, I mean, at the time, I was like 12 and stuff, and like 13-ish, and she was sending me in-game messages about that kind of stuff. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I don't do that. Like honestly, it's you guys that are doing the higher end stuff. I don't do any of that stuff. It became this whole thing, and it pissed me off to the point where I was like, the clan leader was like, dude, just let it go. I know she's in the wrong, but please just let it go. And I was like, no, I'm not letting this shit go. It pissed me off. Basically, it led to me leaving Sub-Zero. Okay, long story short, it led to me leaving Sub-Zero because of stupid drama shit that I really wasn't a part of, and I was still kind of a kid at the time, you know. So it was just, it was really upsetting to me, I guess. But anyways, sorry, I had to do that later. But anyways, I left Sub-Zero and I was kind of solo for a while, and this is when the new expansion came out called Wrath of the Lich King. Now, Wrath of the Lich King is my last like major expansion for World of Warcraft. It was the second expansion. The level cap got raised to 80, and this is where shit got serious for me in World of Warcraft. Expansions in World of Warcraft don't come yearly. They actually put time into their shit, and they come like every 2 years or so, because they keep adding new shit to the game, like new raids and stuff like that as the expansion. Like, they have all this stuff planned out. It's not like COD every year, you know, pay for a fucking season pass, get 8 new maps by the time the game's lifespan is over and shit like that. But like their fucking online content was a lot better. Basically, is what I'm saying for like Call of Duty and stuff, because that's what kept World of Warcraft alive. But anyways, Wrath of the Lich King came out, and it was kind of a turning point for me. I still kept in touch with Adia and a few other people from the Sub-Zero guild, because they were my friends. They were like my first guild and stuff, and they were my legit friends, online. And Adia was a paladin. She liked to heal and stuff. She became basically the main healer of a guild that I'm gonna get to in a minute here. And when Wrath of the Lich King came out, a new class came out with it called Death Knight. So Death Knight is a class that can also tank in raids, and I switched to Death Knight because it seemed interesting. and it became my favorite class over warrior, paladin, all that kind of stuff. And if you guys want to know more details about warriors and paladins and different classes in the show, I'll get into it, but I don't think it's really necessary. But anyways, so I created Death Knight, which was the new class. So for a while, it was obviously overpowered. It was a new, you know, kind of mechanic in a game that had to be worked around. But anyways, I made Death Knight, and as the Death Knight came along, you know, I kind of did some casual raiding with pubs, and basically pubs, what pubs are pickup groups. You know, you gotta, like, I know a few people in my clan now would understand what I mean. Like, you gotta pick up a bunch of random people and then do the raid, not do it with like your guild or whatever, because it's just quicker or whatever. You just try to do it real quick because people have it on farm already. It's that easy. But anyways, sorry, I put the controller down because I had to adjust the headset. Oh, damn it. But
Pull the trigger on a wide open shot. Look out.
sorry, I was watching that going. Anyways, I got my Death Knight to level 80, and I was kind of still casual. I did raids sometimes, but not really. But Adia, I still kept in touch with, and this guy that I met briefly in Burning Crusade was the main tank of this clan, of this guild called Juggernauts. And he needed an off tank, a third off tank. But basically what that meant was, in 25-man raids, basically you have 3 tank characters. You have the main tank, the assistant tank, basically. Then you have the third off tank, which can switch between tanking and DPS, because not every boss fight requires 3 tanks. And, you know, Adia knew me. She knew that I had skill to do this kind of stuff, and she picked me up and introduced me to this guild. And, anyways, we go with the Juggernauts.
Nice pump fake.
And I'm new to all this stuff. They're doing 25-man raids, and they're doing all the most recent high stuff. They're a high-end raiding guild, right? They're we called it hardcore raiding, where you raided like literally like 4 to 5 times a week. Like, I'm talking, you get on 8, get yourself prepared for the raid for 4 hours, and make progression on new boss fights, get it down as a group, and continue through the raid and get your gear and get better. That's what hardcore raiding is, basically. And it kind of brought me to this lifestyle of making gaming into a perfection for me. Like, right now I'm fucking having fun because I'm not really paying attention to the game itself. Like, these games I don't care. But, like, my main game, like right now my main game is Call of Duty, and I get really competitive with that. Like, when I was playing WoW, at the peak of my WoW experience, you know, I was playing WoW pretty, not competitively, but very hardcore, I guess. Because WoW does have PvP, and that's the competitive side to it. But I wouldn't call hardcore raiding competitive. Although it sort of can be between guilds on servers and stuff. There's like a bunch of different servers for WoW. You're not playing with everyone at the same time, because that'd be insane. But anyway. Sorry, I'm trying not to fucking lose. But anyways, I get into Juggernauts. I get introduced to the life of hardcore raiding. And as a kid, all I did was come home. You know, I didn't even do my homework most of the time because I hated homework. But I'd come home,
Will blow me over. That was embarrassing.
you know, eat dinner, get ready for the raid that night, right?
It's called.
And, you know, that was my life. Raiding, progression raiding. At the height of...
Misses from inside the arc.
At the height of Wrath of the Lich King, when the final raid was out for that, and you fought the Lich King, sorry, I pressed that button. I keep wanting to pause and just talk to you guys, because it's hard to live comment this.
Pass up high, can't finish. Keeps it alive. Ouch. Lucky the leprechaun fires.
Come on, we gotta make something. Sorry, I don't want to lose this game.
1 minute remains on the clock. And he finds an opening, and he got it.
There we go. Sorry. But I'll continue my story in a second.
Wheels and deals. Here's McHale. KG with the great timing. And I mean that shove with all due respect.
Okay, sorry, we're back in the lead here. This is only silver difficulty, and I'm fucking it up because I'm talking to you guys. And I'm also like super tired.
Here it is.
Shit, get up, Garnet. Get up, Garnet. Get up, Garnet. Okay. Oh, Lucky. No, don't let me hit that 3. Shit. Bird can hit those 3s for days. Like, it's insane.
Oh, great footwork. He went up like grandma there. What do you expect? And he hits the long 2.
Oh, fuck.
Lofts it up. KG from
Okay.
This has been amazing.
We going overtime?
Refuse to say uncle.
We're going overtime? Okay, we're going to overtime. 2-minute overtime.
The bigger the shove, the bigger the love. Shoots in close.
Okay. Lucky is the mascot leprechaun for the Celtics. You can play as in the game.
Ball is knocked loose. Airmail special.
Oh, fuck, man.
An SPF 45 shot blocker to the face. In the lane. Sinks the layup.
Damn it, Larry Bird. Sorry, I'm getting really...
Blows by his man with the crossover. Boom shot.
There we go. But anyways, where was I at? Yeah, I was really into hardcore raiding, okay? And at the peak of my World of Warcraft career, I guess I'll call it, I was number 2 on the server in gear score, okay? And basically what that means is the gear that my person had was so good that it was number 2 on the server. Now, let me explain it to you. The number 1 person on the server for my specific class, Death Knight Tank, was only above me because they had the legendary axe from the Icecrown Citadel raid, which was the Lich King raid, okay? Now, I didn't have that axe because I already had what was best in slot for my class, so statistically wise, when it came down to the numbers, I was the better tank gear-wise, okay? Because I had more evasion, I was more survivable. She was only above me because that axe was legendary and it was the only one in the game. But anyways, so at the peak of my World of Warcraft career, I was like, as far as like gear score wise, I was the highest you can go. I was like top 10 in like the entire World of Warcraft. And I took it very seriously. But anyways, after this game ends, I'm going to talk to you for a second because I really got to sit here. Anyways, when that happened, I was still playing World of Warcraft and I was really happy and stuff. I had all the best gear. I took it very seriously. We were you know, top of our game and shit. And we were doing 25-man heroic raids, which is the hardest you could do. You had 25 people with the heroic versions of these bosses. Okay? And it was the hardest thing you could possibly do. But there's a bunch of little things I want to tell you about World of Warcraft, but I think I'll save it for a different video because this is going kind of long. I might go to 25 minutes. But anyways, World of Warcraft, at the end of the Wrath of the Lich King, the new expansion came out, and I was super excited for it because I was really into World of Warcraft. It was the top of my game of it and shit. And it's called Cataclysm. Basically, what led to my downfall with World of Warcraft was Cataclysm came out, and I couldn't play right away because I was still in school, so my entire guild played without me. So I had to play catch up with leveling the max level by myself, basically, and it sucked. And with all the changes to the game, when I hit max level, I had a rogue, which is a leather-wearing, high DPS class that has no tanking capability, no healing, stuff like that. You know, they're meant for damage, that's all they do. When I hit max level, nobody had good gear or anything, it was still greens and blues and stuff. This rogue had more health than me, which I thought was bullshit. I was like, what the fuck? How the hell do you have more health than me? I'm a fucking tank, right? And they changed the game so much to the point where it wasn't about survivability. It was about having so much health that you could just eat anything and your healer had to heal you through it. It didn't require any skill anymore. And between that and my whole thing where at this point in my life, my dad left to come out here to Ohio in the middle of the night and led to my parents divorcing and stuff like that, I didn't have the concentration or the desire to play World of Warcraft anymore, which kind of led to my downfall of playing WoW. But I'm going to leave it at that for the day. It's kind of a long video. Sorry about that, and I got really distracted there at the end. But usually these are voiceovers, and I haven't figured out how to do that yet on here, so yeah. But I hope you guys have a nice day. It is currently 7:58, so 10 minutes from being 8 in the morning here. It is super foggy outside, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna lay down, try to get some sleep, and try to be super fucking depressed for the rest of the day, because that's what I'm feeling right now. But I hope you guys have a nice day. I plan on doing another story time bunny very soon, just to kind of give you little stories and stuff about World of Warcraft that I really wanted to touch on, but I couldn't in this video because it ended up going really long, and I couldn't keep my train of thought. But yeah, I hope you guys have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.